on their production and so forth. At the time we had it last month, we just had a lot of demand that exceeded the production and the amount of semen that we had on hand. Figured the best way to do that was to have an auction and to give folks an early shot at some of these bulls that we've acquired over the past this past fall and so forth. So this is our December semen sale tonight, and we appreciate everybody for joining us and appreciate CCI for providing us that format to do it. Tonight I'm joined with Colonel Rick Machado from California. He'll be the auctioneer for this evening, and I'll go through some more of the details, but Rick has had a long-standing relationship with Randall Grimmius and his family, and I'd just like to kick over to Rick and talk a little bit about the program to give some background just for some of the folks that may not have seen what Grimmius has done the past few years. Rick?
Thank you, John. It is indeed a privilege to be here, and certainly one of the premier families in the world to do business with. It has been a pleasure to know Randall growing up. He's just a little bit younger than I am, but seeing his uncle haul him around to some of the cattle sales that I was starting at when he was back at age 9 or 10, and I don't want to take a lot of time, but I want to show the impact that he's having on the commercial industry and now working into the purebred industry. It's been one that is built of passion. I don't know anybody that's built a set of genetics any better. He's spent every dollar he can in producing or in sourcing these great genetics here. They've done an outstanding job. They're great calf raisers. They've been in business in all diverse sectors of this industry here. As I look across the viewers here today, we see an awful lot of the leading seed stock producers, as well as some of the certainly some of the meat packing institutions that are kind of taking a look here at what we're going to be offering here today and what the Grimmius Cattle Company has created. It's very exciting to see them come in as an Angus breeder. This has been very impactful as they've done every aspect of this, every segment of this industry, and done it at an extreme level. And the genetics that you're going to be offered and afforded the opportunity to bid on here tonight are second to none. We got a good crowd on hand here in Reno here. It's nice to have some people here on site, and certainly the amount of people that have joined us on Western Video through CCI here as well. But certainly you're going to get offered an offering here that is exclusive, that is premier by every aspect of the world. With that being said, John, I think we'll get right to the business at hand.
Yep, Rick, sorry about that. We're just getting some audio kind of worked out here on mine and stuff. But folks, tonight we're going to start with lot number 1 and these embryos. But just want to mention beforehand, you're going to be bidding on the semen. It'll be a per straw basis on this embryo lot that we're going to begin the sale with. There's 4 embryos in that package. It'll be your bid price times 4. So just want to make sure that we're clear there on that procedure, and you'll get an invoice from Grimmius Cattle Company on your successful purchases. The semen is located mostly in California and in our at Androgenics at our stud there, and Custom Genetic Solutions at our stud in Mitchell, South Dakota. We do have a fair amount of these bulls in the Transova system as well. So if you're wanting to get involved with some females that are in the Transova system, we've got a lot of the semen at Transova, Iowa, and they can get into that system. But we ship obviously on a daily basis and get semen moved as rapidly and get it to you as fast as possible. As always, if you've got any questions, we go through the sale tonight, feel free to use that chat box on your screen. You can type in those questions, and we can get those addressed and paused, but we make sure everybody's comfortable with the bidding tonight. And again, I think if there's nothing else to start, Rick, we're going to go ahead and kick off with these embryos. And this first lot here, if that'll come across your screen, we've got the draft pick embryos out of the K361 donor, the top cut daughter from Ogeechi's. This is a heifer bred heifer that we picked up at the Ogeechee sale this past year. I thought if you had a chance to see her in person, bred heifer that's got a lot of power, a lot of middle, a lot of mass. And it was kind of, as we got into the fall, this bull, the Four Sons sale, kind of piqued our interest, obviously, and we were able to acquire him in the partnership with ST Genetics Genetics, the bull they call Lottery Pick from the Four Sons and Ligon's programs. That was the highest selling bull at Four Sons. I believe it when we acquired the interest, it became 585,000. But a real interesting prospect, a bull that's got a tremendous amount of mass and power and middle. A bull, if you had a chance to see him in person, that's really thick and wide base and has all the look and potential. We're getting him into production and hope to offer some semen and some upcoming sales soon. But when we saw that we had a flush sister to his dam, we obviously thought it'd just make a lot of sense to work her right back to the peak draft pick bull, the Clarity Sun, out of the Gen X program that's got a lot of interest. I think if you had a chance to watch the Vintage Angus sale this past fall, the draft pick daughters were in high demand. So great opportunity here, Rick, on draft pick. We got 4 embryos. These are IVF embryos by draft pick out of the top cut daughter, the K361, which will be full sibs in blood to lottery pick.
What an exciting evening it is for the Angus breed and for Grimmius Cattle Company. First time ever offering an embryo right here, and you're going to get the opportunity times four on these full sibs and blood to lottery pick. Here we go. 2,000, 2,500, and now 25, going to get a 5, 3, and 3,000 here now. 25, got to be 3,000. To get pre now 5 here. Now 30 to get in Florida. Going to get a 5, 4, and 35 to get a 4,000, and 4,000 going to be 4 here. 35 to get up to get a 7.5, 8, 35, 7.5, 4, and 4,000 going to be 4 here. 7 to get a 42 now to get out 5, and 4,500 here to get a 40 to get a 2 to get a times 4 here. Going to be 45, going to be 45 and a 45, and 4,500 here now to get a 2 now to get a 45. Hit 5 here. 700 to get out 5, and 5,000 going to be 5 here. 700 to get a 5,000, and 47.50 down 5,000 here. Going to be 5 to get a 7 to get a 5. Hey, 7.5 down 5 here. John Boy going to be 5 here. Going to be 5 to get a 5,000, and 700 to get a 5,000, and 5,000 there to get a 7 to get a. This would be a royal opportunity, won't it, John?
Yeah, this opportunity, we've put down the pedigree averages of what this mating will do. 9 CED up to 149 for the yearling weight EPD. The indexes are across the board. I mean, with the averages over 400 on the combined index, with strong for marbling and ribeye both, over 100 for dollar M. Excellent opportunity here on these K361 embryos.
Down 5,000, and 5,000 here, 7 to get a 5, 2.5, and a 52 now to get a 50, got to be 2 to get a 52, now to get a 2.5, and a 52, 50, now 2 to get a 5, and a 500 here, 2 now to get a going to be 5 here, going to be 5, going to be 5 to get a 2 down 5, 7.5, and 5 here, now to get a 7, how to get a 50, 7.5, 50, 5 to get 50, 7 to get a 7, how to get a 6,000, and 6,000 going to be 6 here, Georgia got to be 6,000, and 6,000 here, 7 to get a 6,000, 50, 7.5 down 6,000 to get a 6, now 2.5, now 6,000 going to be 2 now to get a 2 now to get a 5, now 6,500 here, 2 now to get a 6,500, and 65 here, down 2 now to get a 6,500 here to get a 2 now to get a 5, hit 5 here, going to be 5 here, 7.5, and 65 down 7 to get a 7 to get a 65 to get a Washington, going to be 7.5, and 67.5 here, going to get a 750 to get a 7 to get a 67.5, 65, 67.5, and 67.5 to get a 7 to get a 67 to get all the end down, and 7.7, and 7,000 going to be 7, and 7.5 got to be 7 to get a 67 to get down 7,000, and $7,000 to get a 7 to get a 67 to get down 7, and a 7,000 down 7, now 7 here, 7 to get a 7, 67 to get a 7,000, and 2 down to get a 70, got to be 250, and a 72 down to get a 7 to get a 2, and 72.50, 2 now to get a 2 now to get a 72 now to get a 2 now to get a 72, and Rod Boy out here going to be 2 now to get a 72.50, I got 72 down to get a 7,000, 72.50, and we've got the genetics here today, and 72 now to get a 7 here to get a 2, it's 72 down to get a 7,000 to get 72.50, hold on to get a 2 now 5, now 75 going to be 5 now, 72.50, 7,500, and 2 down to get a hurt on here, found to get a 75, here we go, and 75 to get up and get a 75, 2 down to get all in, all done, 7,500 here, 2 down to get a 75 to get down 5, but to get 75, yes or no, and down to the 2 down to get 70 to get a half, sold her 72.50, sold the embryos times 4, 72.50. All right, thank you, buyer 638.
We'll go on to get into our semen sale here and appreciate that. Moving on, we've got a great opportunity here, Rick, as we kick off the semen sale with BAR Dominion Bull. This is a bull that we had a lot of anticipation about, a bull that we got just this past November out of the Barnett program in Georgia. This Jameson's son out of the Clarity daughter is just a pretty unique individual. You'll see that Clarity female is really high up there in the rankings for the dollar maternal wean calf index, and she's had a lot of daughters that that were up against the rankings toward the top end as well. This Jameson's son was out of a flush of 4 bulls that were in their sale. We thought he was handily the bull that put together all the pieces in terms of an elite genetic profile with 15 CED up to 164 for his growth yearling numbers, big time carcass as well. He's 111 on his $M index. But I think more importantly, to see this bull in person, I think you'd have as much appreciation as anything. Long-sided, level-hipped, a bull that, in my opinion, is probably as structurally sound and good in his foot quality and his integrity as anything I've seen. Big-bodied, wide base. Jameson's a bull that's obviously been used across the breed. We've just got maybe one other bull, one other Jameson's son that came into our program before this bull. I think he's probably one of the top prospects we've got in the entire lineup. Now, the Semen came with this bull. We got 40 units to use when we made the purchase. We're obviously using him in our IVF program. The calls have been high. The demand is very high to let some of that semen go. We're going to offer 15 units tonight, but he is not in stud yet. He is not in production yet. We're still trying to wait for a hole to get him in, to get him into production. So this should be the only semen we'll have, maybe for the near future anyway, these 15 units tonight, Rick.
Wow, pretty exciting here. The buzz around the industry is that this might be one of the most complete bulls in the entire breed. And the first in a very limited offering here this evening here today, but a super complete bull, high maternal. We've seen all the terminal and terminal crosses here that the Grimmius program has brought to you, but now we bought you a bull that is super complete from all aspects now. $434 C. Here we go. On Dominion now. I turn down, going to get up here and off and running here to get online, to get a 700, get a 1,000 here down 1,200, to get a 1,500, and a 15 to get a 15, get a 17, to get a 2, and 2,000 going to be 2, 22 to get a 2 now 2 to get a, that's per straw. Now you're bidding per straw now, and 2 down 5, 7.5, and 25 to get a 7 to get a 7 and 3 to get a 3,000, and 3,000 going to be 3,000 going to be 2 and a 32.50 down 32 to get a 2 and 3 here going to be 2 to get a 5 and 3,500 here down to get a 30 to get a 5 now. Hit 35 here, going to be 35, going to be 35, going to be 3,500, and a 30. You better get you some while you can now. He's not even got to stud yet. You get ahead of the curve right here. 3,500. I'm going to get a 35, and you're doing to get a 34. Then I get 32.50, 3,400. Do it quick, and you're down to get a 4, and you're down going to be 4 down to get a 4 now, and a 3,400 here. To get a 34 here. To get here go now 3,400 down 3,400 to get a 2 to get a 34 now 5 34 and a 5 now and a 34 to George going to be 35 with 3,500 here to get a 4 5 and down to get a 4 to 5 to get a 30 to get a 5 here 35 here Tennessee got to be 35 and a 3,500 to get a 4 5 with 35 6 here at 30 to get a 6 here down 5 to get a 6 here. There's not that many units being offered here today. Somebody might tie it all together. That's rightfully so. 35 3,600 36 here 5 6 here 5 to get a 6 here and 5 to get a 6 here. George, you didn't get in. Got to be 3,600. I got 5 ahead of you. Got to be 3,600, George. I'm 5 to get a 6 here. At 30, 5 to get a 36 here. 5 to get a 3,600. And a 3,600 here. 5 to get a 6 here. 6 to get a 30 to get a 36. Hit 30, 5 to get a 3,600. I'm down low. 30, 5 to get a 6 here. And you're done. 35, 3,600. Here we go. 35 to get 3,600. Got Kiefer in the lead now. 35, yeah, 3,600. Here we go. And 35 to get a 6 here. 35 to get a 6 here. 6 here. 35 to get a 6 here. Now 3,600. Yada, George. Are you going to be 36? Sold him 3,500. That'll be bidder number 659. Kiefer, type in there times how many units you want. 3,500 is the price. 659. He takes 3. He takes 3. Where's my sheet here? He takes 3. Very good. All right, we're going to go again. We got 12 more to go. Per store unit now. Going to be a 2,000. And 2,000 going to be 2 to get a 1,500. 17 to get a 2. Not 2,200. Down 5. Hit 25 here. To get a 7. To get a 5, 6, 7. To get a 6 here. Now 7. And a 27 to go to get a 3. And 3,001. And 30 bond 2 and 30 bond got to be 2 to get a 32. Now 3 have to get a 32 to get a 3. Now 4 have to get a 400 and a 3,400 be all done before we get done here. 4 5 6 and if I get a 6 here. Now 30 if I get a 3,600 if I get a 6 here. 10 3,600 Tennessee got to be 3,600. 35 got to be 6 here and 30 if I get a 6 here. 30 if I get a 6 here. 6 have to get 30 if I get 3,600 hold on. 30 if I get a 36 y'all out 7 and a 7 so to get a 30 boy with 37 to get a 6 now 7 and a 3,600 here to get a 7 to get a 6 here. 37 here, 3,600, 3,700, and 600. Charles, y'all done? Missouri, 3,700, get 6 here, down 7. I have, and 3,600 to get Caldwell, you're out too, 3,700, get 6 here, 7 get 37 now, 3,700. You want to down 6 here, 7, 37 sold out, 3,600, 768, $3,600. And how many units are they going to take? Type it in there. Bidder number 768. We've got 12. Takes one? Did you say that? Takes one. All right, here we go. All right, turn down to get down here. Now to get my buy now. Get a band. Okay, we're gonna fix something here technically real quick. And we're going to be right back on running. This is a hot commodity in very limited fashion here, as John pointed out there. John, you might want to allude to that fact again, that hasn't even found a hole at stud yet.
Yeah. I think this bull is pretty complete. And like we talked before, we plan to get him into stud, opposed to bringing him back to California from Georgia and stressing him all the way across the country. We thought this was the best option, to put him in collection back there. The facility that we're looking to use is kind of full right now, and we're just looking to find a hole to get him in. He's ready to go. Like I said, this semen that we're using was made earlier on this year, and so we're looking to put that into our system. We've already used this semen and IVF ourselves, made grade 1 embryos, and so this is a little bit we had based on the requests we've had and calls in the bull. That's where we're off in the semen tonight.
All right, here we go. Per unit now, we've got 11 to go. Here we go. I turn down to get 15, to get 17, now to get 2, now 22, now to get 2, now to get 5, and 2,500 here, down 45 here, 7.5 here, to get 6 here, now 6 to get 6, now 7, and 2,600 here to get 7, to get 20, to get 6 here, now 7 to get 27, 2,700, 8 here, 9 to get down to get South Dakota, down to get 3,000, going to be 1, South Dakota, going to be 1, 2, and 3, and 2, 3 to get 30 to get 2, 3, and 30 to get 4, 5, and down to the 45 here to get 4, 5, and 6 here, to get 6 here, 30 to get 6, 7, and 30 to get 6 here, 7 to get 37, and 3,600 here to get 37 to get 700, and 36 here, 7, 8 to get 3,800, 37 to get 8 now, and 8 here to get 3,800 to get 7 here to get 38 to get 7, 8, and 3,800, hold on, 9, 8 here, 9 to get 39, Charles, got to be 39 to get a Bozera, give me 39, hit 9 to get 39 to get 8 down, 9, and 3,800 down to get, yes, John?
I said he could take it all.
Hit 38, 39, and 38, 9 to get 8 down time. With 3,800 here down to get here go 30 to get down to get 4, and 4,000 going to be 4, going to be 4,000, and 4,000 Teresa going to be 4 to get 4,000, and 39 going to be 4 down to get 4,000, and 4,000 to be a part of history here down to get 4, and 4,000 going to be 4 now. With 39 going to get 4,000 here to get 4,000, and to get all done to get down to get 4,000, 39 to get 4,000 here to get down to get 4 sold out. 3,900, 720, 3,900, 720. Type in the chat room there how many units you'd like. That was bidder number 720, takes 2. Bidder number 720, takes 2. All right, here we go. I tear down, get a bin, I tear down, get a buy now, get a bin, get a 7, go, tear down, get a 15, get a 17, get a 2, get a 19, 2, and 2,002, 2,200, get a 5, and 10, get a 3, 4, 5, here, get a 6, 7, get a 7, 8 here, 9, get a 3, and 1, get 31, get a 2, get a 32, get a 2 now, at 32, 3, 4, 34, get a pull, and get a 4, 5, get a 3,600, and get a 6 here, 30 to get a 35 to get a 3,600, and 7 to get a 7 to get a 37, and a 30, come on Tennessee, got to be 37, and 6 here to 7 to get a 37, and a 3,700 no 8 to get a 37 to get 8 now, 8 here now 808 got to be 3,800, 7 whoop 8 to get a 3,800 here 7 and a 37 to get come on 808 here 30 to get 8 now 9 8 here 9 to get a 30 to get 8 now 9 8 here 9 Illinois you're out got to be 3,900 now, and a 3,800 and 9 to get down to get a 30 to get here we go, 3,800 and 9 to get a 30 to get here go 30 to get you might take it all. Here to get a 30 to get down to get a 3,900, now 3,900, 3,800, 3,900, now 4, and 4,000 going to be 4 now, and 9 to get a 4, now 4, now to get a Jorge, got to be 4,000, and 4,000 going to be 4 now, and 4,000 now to get a 4, to get a 4,000, and 30 down to get a 4,000 here, now to get a 4, how are you done? Now to get a 4,000, down to 4, now 4, down to get a 4,000 here, down, sold out 3,900, 709, 3,900, thank you, Illinois, 3,900, going to 709, how many units? Takes one. I tear down, get a band, run favor, not to get my mind out, get a band, get a 7 to go. I tear down, get a band, run favor, not to get my mind out, to get a 2, to get a 10, to get a 2, now 22, down to get a 5 here, 7, to get a 3, to get a 3, now 1, to get 3100, and a 31, 2, to get a 1, 2, and a 32, 1, 2, getting farther pine, 2, 3, and 32 to get a 2, 3, and a 3200 to 3 to get a 4, and a 3400 here to get a 5 here, and a 30 to get a 5, 6 here, to get a 6 here, 6 here, 8 to 8, down 7, and a 7, 8 here, down 3800, 9, to get a 9 now, with 30 to get down to get a 30 to get a 8 now, 9 now to get down to get a 30 to get a 9 here, I get 38, got to be 39, 4, and 4001, and a 41 got to be pawn now, and a 41 better get you some, 1, 2, and a 2 to get a 42 punter, and a 41 2 to get a 2 now, and a 41 2 3 to get a 2 3 to get a 42 to get a 3 now, and a 42 punter to 3 here to get a 7 to get a hold on to get 42 3 4 the 3 here going to be 44, and a 44 5 here and to get a 45 to get a 45 and to get a 4500, and a 5 here and a 45 to get a 44 to get a 5 to get a 40 to get a hold on 4500 45 8 away got to be 5 now, and a 5 to get a 44 to 5 to get a 40 to get a 4500 to get a 4 down 5 4500 here and you down now 4500 to get a 40 to get a 40 to get a sold out 4400 it's gone 614 4400. If you type in how many units you'd like out of Texas, thank you.
Capital Angus, thank you guys very much.
Great outfit. He takes them all. He takes them all. All right. Very good. We've done some business there, John. We want to thank Capital Angus. What a great firm they are, and everybody else that participated on the Dominion Bowl. You're going to hear a lot more about him here. John, let's go to the next lot.
Yeah, we're going to go on to the Wesson Bowl. That's the Winchester Sun that came out of the vintage program this past September. And Wesson, we thought obviously very highly of. High selling bull that day. Rick, you had a chance to market that bull and have seen a lot of the bulls that came out of the vintage program. But Wesson, as far as the Winchester Sun, numerically, he's just through the roof. The double-digit CED with only a 0.6 berth, shoots up to 157 on his yearling EPD. Great balance across all of his management traits. Obviously, a top 1% carcass weight bull that cranks up his dollar B in the top 1%. But he's also got a lot for his dollar M and his maternal value, too. He's good across his management traits, teat and udder in the top third of the breed, and a bull that if you've seen a lot of cattle that are 430 on their combined index, I don't know if they look quite this good. He's a striking bull to look at in terms of extension, in terms of levelness of hip and the body he's got. The Winchesters all have a lot of mass to them, but I'd argue this Winchester is probably as good in his front 1/3 as anyone I've seen yet in terms of where he ties out of his neck and shoulder and has a lot of eye appeal and balance. He's a herd bull kind of a bull, this Wesson bull.
Boy, he had a lot of friends on sale day there at Vintage, folks. You talk about a bull that has an EPD profile, a set of numbers here. Bull that commanded $390,000 very easy when he come through that very ring there. What a bull. Here's another bull that is extremely complete. Following here as Dominion, we talked about him so much. Here's a bull that has equally as much power when you analyze him phenotypically. All right, here we go. I tear down to get my mind, to get somebody get 1,000 here, now to get a 10, 12 and a half. Hit 10 here now, 12 to get a 12 here, 13 to get a 14 to get a 15 to get a 1,500. And get on here to get a 16 to get a 17, 18 to get a 18, 17, 18 to get 19, 18 to get 19 now, 18 to get a 2, and 2,000 here, 2 down 1 to get a 1, 2, and 21, 2 to get a 2 to get a 2 to get a 20 to get a 2, 3, hit 3 here now, 4 down to get a 3, 4, and 23 now, 4, 5 here, now to get down 5 here, now 5, now 5, now to get a 25, and 6 here, and to get a 7, now to get a 27, and a boy, what do you need to get a 7 here, and 8 to get a 20 to get a 7, 8 9 to get a 20 to get down 9, hit 8 here, now to get a 3, now got to be 3 pound, Woody, where'd you go, got to be 3, 1, and down 30 pound here, now to get a 1 now, and a 30 pound here, now 2, 2, now to get a 1 down 2, and 2, 3, 32 to get a 3 here, and a 3, now 4, now 4, now 30 to get 4, hit 33 down 4, here to get a 30 to get a 4, 5, hit 35 here, now to get a 4 down, now to get a 5, 6, here to get a 30 to get a 3,600, and a 3,600 to get a be like the last Semen boys that get higher as we go now, 35, 36 there, and 5 to get a 6 here, 30 to get a 6 now, and 30 come on Woody, with 30 to get a 6 here, and down 30 to get a 6 here, 30 to get a 5 here, and 30 to get a 6 here, all in, all done, and down 3,600, down 5 to get a 6 here, 5 to get a 6 here, 5 to get a 6 here, now 30 to get 3,600 sold out, 3,500, 672 buys it, 3,500. Type in the chat room there how many units you'd like. Bidder 672 takes what? Takes two. Here we go. Enter down, go again. Enter down, get a 2,000. 18, now 2, 18, 19, 18 to get 19, 18 to get 19, 2, 1. And 20 bond 2. And 20 bond 2 to get 2 to get a bond 2. And 20 bond down 2 here to get a bond down 2 to get a 2 to get a 22 to get a bond 2. And 20 bond 2 to get a 2, 3. 3 to get down 4. And 23 to get a 4 down. And 24 down 5 here to get a 4 down 5 to get a 6 here to get a 6, 7. And a 7 to get a 27. And a 26 here and a 7 to get a 2,700. And a 7 to get a 26 here, 7, 8 here, to get a 2,800. Hit 8, 9 to get a 3. And 3,000 going to be 3 now. And 9 to get a 3,000. At 3, 1 here to get a bond 2. And to get a 2, 3. And 30 to get a 3 now. At 32, 3, 4. And down 33 to get a 4 now. And now 34 here, 3 to get a 3,400. And a 3,400 here, 3 to get a 4 down to get a 4 now. Hit 3 here, going to be 4 here, 3 down 4. At 33 down 4 there, and to get a 3,400, 3, 4. At 33 down 4 here, and to get a 3,400 already done, 3 down 4. With 3 paid here, and to get a 4 there, and a 34 to get a 4 sold out. 3,300, 727. You're the successful bidder, Summer. 3,300, 727. How many units here, Regina? Takes one. Enter down here and go there and to get a 2, to get a 15. And a 15 to get a 16, to get a 17. Come on here and you go 18 to get a 2, to get a 22, to get a 3, 4. And 24, 5. And down 45 there and to get a 5, 6. 6 here, to get a 6 here, to get a 25, to get a 6, 7. And a 7 to get a 27, 8. 8 here down 2,800. And down 2,800 here, 9, to get a 3, to get a 3,000. And 3,000 and to get a 3, 1. And down to the bond here, going to be 1, 2. And down to the bond 2, 2, to get a 1 out 2. And down to the bond 2, 2, to get a 1. You got to be 2 to get in, got to be 2. And a 2 to get a 1 out, 2 to get a 3. And a 32 to get a 3 here. And 32 to get a Fred, you got to be 3. And you get a 32 to get a 3 down. At 32 down, 3 to get Indiana, got to be 33, 4. And 3 here, there's new fire, 3, 4. Hit 3 here, got to be 4 now. And 33 now 4 here, and a 34 to get a 30 to get a 3 now 4. 3,300, 3,400, 33 to get a 4 there, 3 to get a 4 there, 33 to get a 30 to get a 3,400. Sold out 3,300 California, 3,300. Bidder number 744. 744, type in how many units you want. Again, it's times unit. Takes two. I tear down 15 to go, right? I tear down, get a band to get a 2, to get a 2,000. And 2,000 to 2 to get a 22 to get a bond, 2 to get a 20 to get a bond 2. And 20 bond 2 to get a 2,200. And 20 bond 2 to get a bond 2 to get a 20 to get a here go down 2, 3. Hit 23 down 4. And down 24 down 5 here to get a 6 here down 7 to get a 27 to get here down 20 to get a 8 down 9. Hit 9 here going to be 3,000. And 3,000 going to be 1. And 30 bond 2 to get a bond 2. And now 30 bond 2 to get a 1 out 2, 3 and 4. And 3 here, going to be 4 down. And 33 down, 4 here, and a 3 to get a 400 to get a 4 here. And a 3,300 to get a 4 to get 30 to get a 34. I got 2. You got to be 33, 32, sorry, 32, 3. And 2 down to get a 33. And a 32 to get a 33. And a 32 to get a 2 and a 3 to get 30 to get a 2 down 3. 3,200 here to get a 32 down. 33 to get a 32 to get a 30 to get a 33. 3,300 here, sold out 3,200, 768. 3,200, 768. Type in there how many units you'd like. Takes two. All right, turn to get a 3, to get a 3, to get a 2,200 there, and a 22 to get a 2, 3, and a 2,200 here to 3, and the 3 to get a 4 here down 20 down 4, and 24, 5 here to get a 5, 5 to get a 6, to get a 2,600 to get a 6, to get a 5, 6, 7, and a 7 to get a 27 of 8 to get a 2,800, 2,800 to get a 7 of 8 to get a 2,800 here, 8 here down to get down 9, 8 here to get a 20 to get a 0.93 to get a 3,000 there. Come on, Kern, got to be 3,000, and 3,000 got to be 3,000 now. 29 got to be 3, then to get a 3,000, and 29 got to be 3, now 1, and a 30 bond to get a 1, 2, down to get a 32 pounder, and a 30 bond 2 to get a 32 to get a 2 to get a 32 here, and a 30 bond 2 to get a 32 to get a bond 2 to get a 30 to get all in. It's him, you done 3,200 here, bond 2 to 32 to get a bond 2 to 32 to get a bond 2 to get a 32, sold out 3,100. That'll be 681 Indiana, 3,100, 681. How many units here? Takes two. I enter down to get a 10 to go. I enter down 11 to go. I enter down, get a to get a 2, to get a 10, to get a mind, now get a to get a 2, to get a 2,200, to get a 2, 3, to get a 4, and a 24, 5 here, to get a 4, 5, 24 down 5 here, to get a 6 here, to get a 7, to get a 7, to 8, to get a 20, to get a 7, 8, 9, 8 here, to get a 3, to get a 3,000, and 3,000 got to be 3,001, and a 31 here, Josh got to be bond here, 3,100, now 2, to get a 2 to get a 30 to get a bond 2, and a 30 bond down 2 here, to get a 1 to get a 2 to get a 32 to get a 32 to get a 1 2. Now 3, 32 down 3, down 32 down 3. Here we get a 2 to get a 32 to get a 3,300 and a 3,200 down 3 to get a sold out. 3,200 Kern Cattle Company 698. 3,200. Type in there how many units you'd like, please. There's 11. Takes 3. Takes 3. All right, here we go. I turn down, get a big and run down, to get my mind, to get a 2, to get a 2,200, to get a 2, 3, and 3 here, 4, down to get a thank you, 5, 9, to get a 4, 5, to get a 6, here to get a 7, and a 7, to get a 27, to 8, to get a come on, Rancher, here to get a 9, to get a 3, to get a 3,000, hit 29, to get a 3, hit 1, and a 31 here, and to get a 31 here, 3, 1, and a 31 here, and a 3,100, to get a 3,000, 3,100, and a 31 here, to Rancher, here to get a 31, to get a 1 now, and a 3,100, 3,000, 3,100, and a 30 bond here, 3,000 a bond here, and get a 30 bond here, 3,000, 3,100 here, sold out, $3,000. Andy, type in the chat room, there's 689, $3,000 Tennessee. How many you like? Guys are doing a good job getting that info to me. All right, takes 1. I enter down, get a band, to get a 2, to get a 2,200, and a 2,200 to 3, to get, all right, John, to get a 3, now 4, to get a 23, to get a 4 here, to get a 24, and 5 here, to get a 4, and a 5 to get a 6 here, the 20, to get a 2,600 here, to get a 25, to get a 6 here, 6 down, 7, 7 to get a 7, to 8 here, 28, now 8, and a 7, 8, 9, 8 here, to get a 2,900, the 9 here, going to be 3,000, and 3,000, going to be 3,000, going to be down to get a 3, to get a 3, yes sir, I get down to get a 3, 1, and a 30 bond here, 31, got to be bond now, and a 30 bond here, 3,100, 3,000, 3,100, and a 30 bond here, and a thank you, bond here, 3,100, 3,100, 3,100, y'all down, and a 30 bond here, 3,000 bond here, and a 30, get a bond sold out, $3,000 on them, 708, how many you like? 708 for 3,000. Type in there, Tim, how many you'd like. 708 at 3,000. We're going to give them 1, and we're going to go right on. We're going to give them 1, and we're going to go right on. All right, catch up if you can. Here we go. I turn down to get a 2, to get a 22, 2,300, and a 2,300 down 4 here to get a 4, now 5 here to get a 25, and a 5 here, now 6 here, and to get a 5 to get a 6 here, down 7 to get a 7, to 8 to get a 29, 9 to get a 2,900, 28, got to be 9, 3, and 3,000, got to be 3,000, 1, and a 31 here to get a 31, and 3,000 bond here, 31 here, and a 3, and to get a 3,100, and a 31 here, 3,000 bond here, and to get a bond, a 3,000 bond here, 3,100 are you done, and 3,100 2, to get a bond out 2, and a 30 bond going to be 2, to get 2, sold out, 3,100, 675, 3,100, 675, takes. Debbie, 675, 3,100, takes. There's 6 available, takes 2. Takes 2. There's 4 available. The Great Western, the great $390,000 Western. I enter down very complete. Here we go. And a 21, 2, 3. And a 3 to get a 4. And 3 here to get a 4, and a 5 here to get a 6 here, and a 7 to get a 7, and 8 to get a 2,800. And 2,800 to 7, 8. And 8 to get a 27, and 8 to get a 20, to get 8 to 9 to get a 7 half. Every to get 8 here to get 8 now half. 8, 15, 9 half. I can get a 9, 3, and then get a 3,000. I got 9, 3. I got 29. Barry, you didn't get in. You got to be 3. Now 1. Now 9 to get a 3. Now 3 to 3,000. And 3,000 here to 3. And then get a 3 and pay to get here. And then get a catch up on that technical right there, boys. Now 3. Now 9. Now 3. Everybody's in the same spot now. Now 3. Now 1. Now 2, 3. 32, 33. 32, 33. And 32, 3. 4 units left now. 32, 3,300. And a 32 to get 3. Kenny wants some of this. 32 to 3 now. And a 3,200 to 3 to get a 32 to get a 32 to get a 3 now. And a 3,233 to get a sold out. 3,200. Thank you, Oklahoma. 3,200, 618. How many would you like at 3,200? 4 left. 4 remain. 618. Takes one. 3 to go. After down, going to be able to get a 22. Now 3, down 4. And now 24, 5. Here we get a 5. 6. Now to get a 2,600. And now 20 to get down to get a 6. Here down 7. To get a 7. 8 to get a 2,800. 9 to get a 3. The 9 here going to be 3,000. Now 3,000 going to be 3,000. Now volunteer to 30 volunteer 3 1. And a 31 to get a 3,100. And a 31 here 3,000. A volunteer. Now got to be volunteer 3,100. And a 31 here 3,000. A volunteer. Now going to get 30 bond. A 3,100 to get 3,000 to get 30 to get 31, 3,000, 1 2, and 30 bond to get 1 2, and down 30 bond to get a sold out 3,100, 768, 3,100 takes two, and there's one left. 1 unit left of the great West Zone. After down, going to be yes, John.
Hey, Rick, if they want 2 units, we'll sell them 2. I know that we've ended up with an odd number.
Okay.
They can take 1 or 2 units.
1 or 2. 1 or 2 are available now. After down, going to be in the 22, and a 3, and a 3, now 4 here. Now thank you. Now 5, now 6, now 7, now 8, Kenny. Now 20 to get 7, 8 here. 20 to get 8 here. 9 to get down 9. And 28 down now to get a 3. Now 3,000, going to be 3,000 here. 1 or 2 down to get 3,000. 29, got to be 3,000. And 3,000, got to be 3,000. Got to be 3 up 1. And a 31 to get 31. And a 31 here. 3,000 amount here. Now to get 30 to get 31. With 31, here we go. Last chance. 3,100. 3,100 here. 3,000 amount here. Now to get a bond here. 30 bond here. Now to get a bond here. Sold out. That'll be Hinkle's prime cut. 710. $3,000, Kenny. You want 1 or 2, just so we get the order right. Takes the one. Thank you, Kenny. John, let's roll on to the Warrior.
Yep. Excellent opportunity here, and appreciate all those folks. Thank you, Kenny, for that. Warrior's the next bull on our lineup here. The Heisman son back out of the Rita 1034. She's made quite a name for herself this past fall. Not that she didn't have one prior to that. Dominant cow in the breed as far as her dollar combined index. Warrior's a bull we picked up last year. The Heisman son that I think has got as much muscle, as much top, as much shape and hip as any son I've seen out of her yet. He's big time on the growth. He's got a lot of output. You'll see there that he's also a 2 marbling bull. To have a 2 marbling bull this stout and powerful, Rick, Warriors had a lot of influence, had a chance to see some fall calves down there at Wilkes. Like the looks of them so far. Great opportunity here. We've got 20 units on Warrior.
All right, per unit on the Warrior now. On the 2 over 2 IMF bull. After down, going to get 1,000, 12 and a half. Here, 15. Here's 17. Now to get out 2. Now 2 down 2,200. Now 2,200 to 2. 22 and a half. Now 5. Now 5. Here's 7 and a half. Now 27.50. 20 to get a 7 and a half. 3. And 3,000 going to be 3,000 2 and a half. And a 32 now to get a 2 to 32 and a half now. And 3,000 going to be 32.50. Now big terminal bull 32.50. And a 32 now to get a 2 and a half. 1 then. And a 31 here 3,001. And 3,001 and 2 to get a 32. And a 31 down to get a 1 2. And 2 down 3 to get 32 to get a 3 here. And a 3,200 to 3 here to get a 3 and a 4 here to get a 33 to get a 4 here. With 3,400 here 3 4. And 3 here to get a 4 here. 3,400 here 3 4. And 33 got to be 4 here and a 3 to get a 4 5. And 35 here and a 4 down 5. And a 3,500 here to get a 4 5 to get a 6 here to get a 5 6. 35 to get a 3,600. And now 6 down 7 to get a 37. And a 6 here new fire here to get a 6 down 7. And a 3,600 here to get a 7 to get a 37 here to get a 6 here down 7. And a 37 8 here down 3,800 here. And a 38 9 now to get a 9. With 30 to get a 3,900. I get a turn down to get a 38 down to get a 30 to get 8 down 9. 3,800 3,900. And a 3,900 8 down now to get a here go now 38 down now to get a 30 to get a 39 4. And 4,000 going to be 4,000 down. And 4,000 going to be 4 here. Now to get a 4,000. And 4,000 better get you some. 4 here going to be 4. Going to be 4. Going to be 4,000. Now to get a 4,000. 39 to get a 4,000 here. Sold out. 3,900. 628. 3,900. We've got 20 units on the Great Warrior now. And type in there how many units you'd like at 3,900. This is better. 628. Takes 3. Thank you very much. Takes 3. Mozilla. All right, here we go. After now, going to be in to 2,000. Now 22.50. Down 5. Here's 7.5. You got to be 3. At 3. Here to get a down 3. At 3,000. Going to be 3,000. At 3,000. Here's 7 3. Not 2. Now to get 32. Now to get a 1 2 3. At 32 to get a 3 4. At 34 here 3. Now to get a 4. Now 30 to get a 3. Now to get a 30 to get a 4 5. At 35 here. Now to get a 4 5. At 35 here to get a 4. Now 5 to get 35 here. Now to get a 30 to get a 5 here. 3,400. 3,500. and 3,500 to get into 35 here to get a 4-5 Travis with 35 here to get a 5 now, and 34 to 5 here to get 30 to get a 5 to get 30 to get all in done 34 35 at 35 here 6 here at 30 to get a 6 here and to get a 5 here at 35 to get a 6 now 7 to get a 37 and 30 to get a 6 down 7 to get a 37 and 3,700 6 here to 7 to get a 30 to get a 6 here so to get a sold out 3,600 697 3,600 697 South Dakota. How many would you like? Bidders 697 3,600. Takes three. All right, here we go. Down, get a band, get a 2, get a what's that? Hit right here, 14 to go. Down, get a band, get a 12, get a 15, get a 17, get a 2, get a 2, 22, get a 5 here, 7 and 3, and 3,001, and a 31 to get a 31, and a 31 here, 1, 2, the 2 to get a 13, to get a 2, to get a 34, to get a 2, 3, at 32, down 3, to get a 2, to get a 4, at 34, New York, going to be 34, with 3 here, going to be 4, 5, at 34, to get 5 here, to get a 4, 5, to get a 6 here, 5 to get a 6 here, 5 to get a 6 here, down 7, and a 6 here, and a 7, so to get a 37, and a 37 got to be 7, 6 down 7, and a 6 to 7, so to get a 30 to get a 7, to get a 6 down 7, and a 3,600 here, down 7, so to get a 30, all down, here we go, and 37 to get a 6 down 7, 3,700, and a 3,600 here to get a 7 to get a 30 to get a 6 down, sold out, 3,600, 675, 3,600, California, how many would you like? 675.
To Bar KJ.
All right. 2 takes 2. All right. I enter down. About to get my down. Get my mind now. Get a man. Get a 2. And I get a man. Get a 2. 2,022 50. And a 22 to get a 5. 7.5. 7.5 now 3. And a 3 to get a 3,000. And 3,000 now 2 down to get a 32 50. And a 32 50. 1 2. And 30 bone get a 2 now. And a 30 bone 2 to get a 3 to get a 2.5 now 4. 2.5 going to be 3. 32 50. 3,300. And a 3,300 now 4 5. 34 to get a 5 now. And a 35 here, 6 here, 5 to get a 6 here, down 7, and a 7 to get a 37, and a 3,600 here to get a 7 to get a 6, down 7, and a 3,600 here to get a 7 to get a 6 to get 7, and 7 to get 5. I'm sorry, 35, 3,600, 35 in New York, 3,600. I'm going to get a 6 here, and a 30 to get a 6 here, 35 to get a 3,600. Here we go, 35 to get 3,600, 35 to get 3,600. Down 5 to get a 6 here, 5 to get a 6 here. New York, you bought at 3,500, 726, 3,500, 726 for 3,500. How many would you like? Takes 1. We've got 11 to go. I turn down, get a band, get a 2. I turn down, get a shirt with you. Right here, get a 2, get a 2, get a 2, now 22, get a 2, get a 5 now. At 25, 7.5. Now 7.5, now 3. At 3,000, 8, 9, to get a 3. At 3, now 1. And down to the bond, get a bond now. And a 31 here, 30,000, 3,100, get a 30 bond 2. And 10 to get a bond 2, 3. And 32, down 3, to get a 3, 32 to get a 3 now. 3,200, 3,300. And a 32 to get a 2, to get a 30. Get a 32, 3, and 32, down 3 here, and a 2 to get a 32, to get a 32, to get a 33, 3,300 are done, 32, 30 to get a sold out, 3,200, 706, 3,200. How many units would you like? 706, 3,200. Takes 3. Takes 3. All right, here we go. 8 to go. I'm there now. Get a man to get a 2, to get a 2,000. And 2250. Down 4. Down 5. Down 5 to get down 5. Down 6. And to get a 6. Now 7. And a 6 to 7 to get a 2,800. And 28.9 to get a 3. To get a 3,000. To get a 3. And a 3. And a 3. And to get a 3,000. Hit 29. Got to be 3. Now 1. Now 2. And down to the bond 2 now. And a 30 bond to 2. To get in. To get a 2. To get 3,200. To get a bond 2. And 31 down 2. Here. And to get a bond 2. To get 3,200. To get in. To get 32. To get a bond down 2. And to the bond got to be 2. To get a 2. To get a 32. To get a bond down. To get 30. To get a bond down 2. 31 now 2. 3. And 32 down 2. To get a 2 down 3. And a 3,200 to 3. And to get a 2. 3. 3,200 34. And 3 got to be 4 now. And 33 got to be 4 here down 3. And to get a 4 5. And down 34 down 5 here. And to get a 4 down 5. And a 34 35 here. And to get a 4 yes sir. And to get a 5 here. 30 to get a 4 5. Hit 35 here. And to get a 4 down 5. Sold out 3,400 768. 3,400 768 takes Takes two. Enter down there and go down and get a 2 to get a 6 to go. Enter down, get a bin, get a 7 to get a 27 and a half, 25, 27 and a half. Now 2700 get a 3. At 3000 get a 3 here, 700 get a 3000. Now 30 bond here, 1, 2. And now 2 to get a 32 pound and a 31, 32, 2. Then get a bond, 2, 2, and a 3200 get a bond 2. And 30 pound to get a 2, get a bond down 2. And a 3200 here, down to the bond, 2, 2, and get a 2, to get 30 pound to get 32 pounder. 30 pound to get a 2 now. And a 30 pound, 3200 here, get a 2, 2, and get a bond down 2. 31 Utah, want to get 32, yes or no? And down to the bond, 2, 2, and get a bond 2, and get 32, to get a 31, 32 to get a sold out. 3100, 768, 3100 goes 768, type in there. Takes two. 4 to go. Here we go. I turn down to claim my slate. I turn down, get a bid, negative 25 here, get a 6 here. Hit 20, get a 25, get a 6, now 7. And a 2700 now, hey. And 8 here, down 2800 here, and a 7 to get a 20, to get a 7 to get a 2800. And a 2800, get a 7, 8, 9. 8 here to get a 3. Now 3000, going to be 3000, going to be 3000 pound. And 3000 here to get a 3000. Hit 9 here, going to be 3, down 3, down 3. I get 9 to get a 3, to get a 3000. I got 29 bid, Kentucky 3. 1. Now 31. You got to be bond now. And down to the bond, you lost your spot. 1, 2. 2 to get a 3200. And down to the bond, 2, 2 to get a bond, 2 to get a bond, to get a 3200, to get a bond down 2. Sold out. 3100, 605. 3100, 605. How many would you like? There's 4 available. 4 available on the Warrior. 3100, 605, the buyer number. He takes all 4. Thank you, Kentucky. Appreciate the business. Let's go on to the next lot.
Okay, great place to interject here on a new sire, Rick. You're going to appreciate this. Here is his half-brother, the Warrior, out of that same good Rita 1034 donut, the hometown daughter. That's probably one of the high-revenue cows of the past 2 years, I would say. This time, the Worthy Bull is a bull we picked up at Wilkes just last month. He's a Rito hustler back out of that 1034 donor. You can see he's got the same kind of output with more Cavanese direct at plus 12, but tremendous growth in this bull. 2.1 in the marbling, big rib-eyed bull, and a bull that he'd be a full sib in blood to the Avid bull that made quite the notoriety at Wilkes' sale at $660,000. Hustler being a full sib to Ambitious, he's a full sib in blood, but I think maybe he has some advantages in terms of length of side potentially and length of front end. A bull that's got a lot of look to him, a lot of power, and all the numbers in the world backed by the hot cow in the breed right now. Rick, we've only got 10 units here to market tonight, 10 units on Worthy. This will be the first opportunity we'll sell this bull.
Oh boy, on Worthy here now. Here's the huge marbling, big dollar. See, big combination bull here on the Worthy. Now there's only 10 units now. You're bidding on it per unit. I got $1,000 bid. 12 and a half. Now 12 and a half. Now 15. Now 15, 15, 16, and 16, 17 and a half, 18, 19. You got to be 2, 2100. And that's what I'm going to get a 1, 2. And that 2 to get a 22. And 22 down to get a 3. Now 22 down to get a 3. Now 4, 5, 6. Here to get a 20. To get a 6, 7, half, 8, 3, 1. And down to the bond here, you get 30 pound. And down to the bond here, you get a bond down. And down to the bond here, and to get a bond 2. Down to get a 32 pound. And down to the bond to get only 10 units now, 31, 2. And down to the bond to get a 32. And 3200 here, down bond here, and to get a 2. And to get a 3. And 32 to get a 3 down. Full sib and blood to Avid, the $660,000 recent purchase. Now you better get you some. 32, 3. And 32 to get a 3 down. And 32 full in blood. 32, 33. And 32 to get a 3 down. And 3, 4 down. 3 to get a 4 down. And 33, 4 for down 5. And down to the bound here, and to get a 4, 5. And down to the bound to get a 4. But to get 35. To get a 4, 5, 6. And to get a 30. To get a 3600. And if to get a 6 here. 35 to get a 3600. To get a 35 to get a 36. 3500. 3600. Now 7. And a 7 to get a 37. And 37. Now 8. 8 here. Now 3800. 9. 8 here. Now to get a 3900. I get 8 here. Now to get a 39. And down 39. Better get you here to get a 9. 8 here. Now to get a 3900. And 38 down. Now to get a 8 down 9. 38 down 9. 8 here. Now to get a 30. I got 7 ahead of you right here. You got to be 3800. South Dakota. I got California at 37. You got to be 3800. 37. 3800. 37. 3800. Here we go. And 700 to get a 8 down. And 3800 here down 700 to get a 30 to get a sold out. 3700. Cole 3700. Bidder number 744. We've got 10 units available. You let me know how many you'd like there. Bidder number 744. Takes 3. That a boy takes 3. I've got 7 remaining now. I turn down, going to be in the 25 to get down 7.5. 3. Now 7.5 to get down to get 8, 9, 3. Now 3,000 going to be 3 now. And 3,000 going to be 3,000 going to be 3 to get down to get 3 1. And 31 here 3,100. And down to the bond 2. Down to get 30 to get a bond 2. And 3,200 here down bond 2 to get 32 to get a bond 2. Now 3 here to get 32 to get up 3. And 3,200 down 33. Down 32 to get a 3 now. And 3,300 here down 33 to get 33 to get a 2 3. 3,200 3,300 and a 2 now 3 to get 30 to get a 2 now 3 and 3,200 down 3 and to get a 2 to get a 32 to get a 33 to get all in 3,300 down 4 now 3 here to get a 4 now and 5 here to get a 4 5 and 35 here to get a 4 5 here to get a 30 to get a 3,500 and a 3,500 here and to get a 35 here and a 6 here and to get a 5 6 30 to get a 6 here you're going to be South Dakota going to be 3,600 now 3,600 here 5 6 and 5 here to get a 6 here 35 to get 3,600 here to get 35 to get 3,600 and a 30 to get 35 to get 6 here to get 3,600 done 36 here hit 5 here to get a 6 here sold out 3,500 better number 738 $3,500 Boss Angus you bet him they're out of Nebraska very good. They got a great program. Takes 2. What a program they have. Thank you, Boss. Here's going to move on now. We've got 6 to go. I turn down, get a 5 to go. I turn down, get a 5 available. I turn down, get a 25 here. Now 7.5 here. 6 here. 7, 8 here. 9. Now 3. Now 1. And a 30 bond 2. Down to get a 32 to get a bond 2. 3. Down to get a 33. And 32. Now 3 here to get a 2. 3. And 3,300 here. Down to get a 33 to get a 33 to get a 3,300. And a 3,200. 33 now 4. Now 3 you're going to be 34 5. 34 going to be 5 now. And now 35 Colorado going to be 3,500. And a 4 5 here to get 30 to get a 4 5. 3,500 here to get a 4 5 to get 30 to get a 5 now. And 34 down 5 here to get a 4 down 5 to get 30 to get a hero down 30 to get a 30 to get a 3,500. 3,500 to get a 4 5. 3,500 sold out. 3,400. That'll be $697. $3,400. And type in there how many units you'd like. There are 5 available. Takes what? Takes all 5. Takes all 5. Very good. Very good. All right. All right, now we're going to move on to the next lot here, the Landman.
Yeah, here's one of my favorites. And if you like the type and kind, Rick, another bull that you had the opportunity to sell there in September, the Landman bull out of the vintage program, really powerful, stout and square, bold ruler son, back out of that hometown daughter. She actually sold this past fall in the vintage female sale, model of a female in terms of front end quality, udder quality, big bodied female. Landman, like if you've seen a lot of bull rulers, he's got that same growth and power in middle. I'd say as square a hipped and as stout of based as any bull we've got in the lineup. He's got a lot of look, doesn't disappoint on paper as well. For a Cavigny's bull to be about as much horsepower as you can find in Landman.
All right, folks.
We've got 40 units to go.
One of the real popular bulls, boys. You got to like him now. He's the Landman. We got 40 units now. We're going to rock right through them. Here we go. I turn down, get him in. They loved him now. I turn down, get him in. The phenotype. He got it all. Plenty of spread, a lot of cavities. Here we go. I turn down, get him in. To get a 2, 10 to get a 2,000. And 18 to get 1,000. 12 and a half. Hit 10 here. Get a 300. 400. And now 300 down 400. Now 300 down 400 here. 3 to get a 400. And 300 here to get a 4 here to get a 4 5 and 5 here to get a 600 and 700 here 6 here to get a 7 and 7 here 6 here to get a 700 and 700 here to get a 6 to get a 700 and 700 South Dakota got to be 700 600 700 and a 6 here to 7 to get a 700 and 6 here half 7 650 got to be 700 650 got to be 7 and sit down here to get a 7 I got 650 got to be 7 now half here to get a 7 half he's 700 to get a 750 and 700 down to get a 700 to get a 7 half and 7 here half here to get a 750 and to get a ball. Somebody can take a ball here to get a 7 half and 7 half here to get a 750 750 758 8 to get 800 and 700 to get 800 800 here man here to get 800 800 here down 700 to get 800 all done to get 800 800 here Matthew got to be 800 here to get 750 to get 800 here to get 800 here now 750 800 here sold out 750 744 $750 type in there how many units you'd like cool $750 better 744 Takes four. Enter now, get a band, get a two, get my mind, somebody get a 300, 400, and a 400 here, 3, get a 4, 5, and 400 here, get a 4, 5 here, get a 4, get a 5, get a 500, and 5, get a 5, 6, and 6 here, get a 600, and 500, get to be 600, get a 500, get a 600. How about 550, and half here, get a 500, and 550, 600, and 500, get a 6 now half, and 615, get a 6 and a half, and 650, and 650, cavities bull, 650, and 600 and a half, get a 650, and 600 here, get a 650 to get all in, and 650, hurry done, get a 600, get a sold out, $600 there, 661, $600, that'll be 661. Type in there how many you'd like, please. Takes two. On it here down. Here we go. Get a 2. Get my mind now. Get a man. Get a 300. And 350. And 350. 400. Get a 4. Now half. Get a 4. Get a 500. And 5 here. Get a 4. Get to be 5 here. Get a 4. Get a 500. 500. And 515. Get a 500. And 500. Get a 550. 600. Get a Matthew. Got to be 6 now. Now 650. Bike. Got to be 650. And 650. And 650. Get a 60. Get higher as we go now. 650. And sold out $600 there. 600. Matt, type in there 695. $600. How many you'd like there? 695. Takes how many? 4. Takes 4. All right, here we go. I turn down, get a band, get my mind out, get a band, get a 350, and 350, 4, and 400 down half, and 450 down 400 here, to get a 450 to get a 500, and a 5 here half here to get a 500, and 515 to get a 500 to get a 500, 550, and 550, 500 half to get a 600, and 600 tighter down half here, and 650, and 615 to get a 600 to get a 650 to get a sold out $600, 634. $600 there at Kentucky. How many you want there? 600. Better number 634. Takes 4. I enter down, get a band, get my mind, get a 350, get a 400, and 400, get a 450, and 450, 400 here, get a half here, get a 450, and 400 to get a 450, and 450 to get a 500, and a 5 here, get to be 5 here, get to be 5 here, 500, and 550, 500 to get a 600, and a half to get a 650, and 650 tighter, get to be 650, now 650 get a 650, and 600 to get a 650, and to get a 600 here, to get hold on, 650 sold out. $600 there, 715. $600, 715. Adam, how many type in there? How many you'd like, please? $715. Type in there. How many you'd like, please? How many units? Takes one. I turn down, get a band, get my mind, get a 350, now 350, 4, and 400, now half, now 450, now 450, and 400, now half, get a 415, get a 5, get a 5, now half, get a 500, and 550, 500, get a 500, get a 600, and 600 here, get a tighter, get to be 600, and 600, get a 500, get a 600, and 550, 600 here, sold out, 550, 708, 550, 708. How many would you like there? $708. How many units would you like? Takes 3. On 19, get a 350, and 350, get half of it, 350, and 350, get a 400, and 400 here, get a 400, now half it, get a 450, 5 here, get a 5 half here, get a 550, and 515, get a 500, get a 500, and 550, 550, and 500, get a 6, and 6 here, 500, get a 600, and 500, get a 6 here, 600, get a 500, get a 6 here, get a 600, get a 500, get a 600, 550, got to be 600, got to be 600, sold out, 550, going to be 768, 768, they're going to type it in there, they take 10 units, all right? All right, 10 to go. I turn down, get a band, get a buy now, get a band, get a 10 to go on Landman now. By the Cavanese, by the big marble. Here we go. I turn to 350. Now 400. Now have to get a 450. And 415 to get a 400, get a 4.5. And 455. Now 500 to get a 500. And 500 here to get a 500 to get a 550. Now 550, 500. Now half. Matthew got to be 550. Now 550. And 550, 600. And 600 going to be 600. And 550, 600, 600, and 500 to get a 600. I got 500 to get a 600, 550 to get a 600, to get a 550 to get a 600 here, sold out. 550, $695, $550, $695. How many would you like? $695 at $550. How many would you like here? 11 available. Takes 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Here we go. I enter down to check my count, sir, Regina. I enter down to get a 2, 350. And 350 to get a 4. And 400 to get a 450. Now 415 to get a 400 here. To get a 450 to get a 400 here. Now and 450. And 400 to get a 100. Now 5. Now 5 here. Going to be 500. Now have to get a 550. Now 550. Now 5. How about 5 1/4? That now half. 75. Now 550. Said to get a 575. And 550. Said to get a 7 to get a 75. And 550. Said to get a 570 to get a 570 to get a 550. 75. 550. 75. Now 600. Now 600. Debbie going to be 600. And 600 here. Then to get a 70 to get a 600. 570 to get a sold out. 575. 706. 706 for 575. Type in there how many you'd like, please. There's 7 remaining. Excuse me. There was 7 remaining. That was 706, right? The other one was late. 706. Type in there how many you'd like. 575 is the price. We have 7 available. We have 7 available, Georgia. Takes 3. Takes 3. Thank you. Got 4 remaining now. 4 remaining on the landman. I turn down, get a 2, 350. And 350 to get a 4. And 400 here to get a 400 here to get a 450. And 450, 400 to get a 400 to get a 500. Now 5 here to get a 5. Now 550, 5.5, 600. Now 75, 575 to get a 550, 575. And 500 to get a 70 to get a 600. Now 1/4. Now 600 to get a 625. And 600 25. 4 remaining now. 600 1/4. And 600 to 25 to get a 625. Sold out. 600, 675, $600. There are 4 remaining if you'd like. Debbie? Takes all 4. Very good. Very, very good. Let's talk about the big incognito bull.
Yeah, our final bull of the evening, another bull that has had some high demand. Incognito is a bull we've had in the program for a couple of years now, and just love the way he's got in terms of length and power and muscle. He's the flush brother, the heat seeker bull, but a little bit stronger in some aspects of his paperwork. 1.2 to 131, big time spread. Came back really good this spring on the new udder, teat, and functional longevity numbers as well. He's up to a 395 in his combined index. Look for a lot of projects to come out of Incognito. We sold the pasture rights to him to Deer Valley. He's going to be heading there pretty soon, but we've got enough inventory to sell this evening. Good opportunity here on Incognito. If you want them stout and powerful from that same Isabel cow family, good opportunity here on Incognito. We've got 40 units, Rick.
Plenty of C, plenty of $M. Here we go. I turn down, get a Incognito. I turn down, get a 50. Now 100. Now 50, 25, 35. Now 35, now 50. Now 35, get a 50. 35 to get a 50. Here, Flush Brother, the heat sinker now at 50. Here's 75. Now 70 to get 100. Now 100, now 1/4. Now 100 to get a 125. And 100 here, down 25 to get a 125. And 100 here, 25, 50. Now 150, 25 to get a 150, and 25 to get 150, 75, and 150 to get 170 to get 175, so, and 175 to get 150 to get 70 to get 175, 150, 175, 2, and 10 to get a 200, and 200 here to get a 2 to get 170 to get a 200, and 200 here to get a 2 to get a 2 here to get 170 to get a 200, and 200 here down to get a 2 to get a 200 here to get a 70 to get a 2, now 200 here you down get down 200, sold out 175, 175. All right, takes 760 568 takes 5. Takes 5. Very good. All right, here we go. After down, get a 100, here, 75, now 85, 85 here, city, 85, 85, 100, add 100 down, 80, 100, now 100 here, 95 to get 100, and here, now 105, 10, 100, to get 110 to get down 20, 110 to get 120, now 30, and 120 to get 130 to get 30, now 40, and 140, 50, now 150 to get 140, to get 150, and 150, 140, 50, 60, now 160, 70, now 170, here to get Alex, you got to get 170, and 170, 130 to get 160, to get 70, 80, and 180, and 180 down 90 to get 190, I get 190 to get 180 down 90, and 180 to get 190, here to get 190, I get 180 to get 190 to get 190, 190, 180 to get 190, sold out, 180, I sold them 180, get in folks, 616, $180, type in the chat room how many units you'd like at 180. Bidder number 616 takes 10. Is that correct, Regina? Takes 10. All right, here we go. All right, down, going to be another 2, 2, 2, 50, 75, and now to the bump here, now to get 100, here to get 110, and 110 to get 110, and 110 to get 110, and 100 down to get 120, I want to get 120, to get 120, 110, 120, and 20 here, down 30, now 130 to get 30, 40, and 140 to get 140 here, and 140 to get 40, 50, now 150 to get 150 to get 40, 50, to get 150, 60, now 150, got to be 160, got to be 70 now, and 170 South Dakota, got to be 170, and 170, and 160 to get 170, and 170 to get 160 to get 170, I get 160 to get 170, here we go, now 170, and 160 to get 170, 170, 170, are you going to get a city, 70, sold out, 160, 768, 160, takes 5. Takes 5. Very good. All right, here we go. After down, going to be in to 2, 2, 2. Now going to be in to get 50. Now 15 to get a 60. Now 70 to get a 70, 80. And a 70 to get down 80. $80 to get a 70 to get down 80. And $70 down 80 to get a 70 to get 80. Now 70 now 80. And sit here, Fush, brother, the heat seeker down at 80, 90 to get down 100. And 100 to get 100. Now 10. And 110 to get down 20. To get 110 to get down 20. And 120 here to get 110. To get 120, I get 110 to get 120, and 20, 30, now 130 to get 120, 130, I 130, 40, now 130 to get 140, and 130 to get 140, to get 140, 140, and 140, here we go, and 15 to get 150, and 80 got to be 150, here to get 160, now 115 to get 160, and 15 to get 16 to get 50 to get 160, and 115 to get 160 to get 150 to get a city, sold out, 150, Venendals by $150 here, and thank you, Eddie. How many would you like here? 678 at 150. Takes 5. Takes 5. All right, here we go. After down, going to be negative 50, 60. Now 60, now 70. And a certain negative 60, now 70, 80. And 80, negative down 90, negative 100. And 100 to get negative 100 down 10. And 110 negative 110. And 110 to get 100 to get 120. And 20 now 30, negative 130, negative 120, 130. And 130, 120 to 130. And 130 here, negative 120, negative 130. Are you done now? And 130. 120, but you get 130. I 130, and you get 120, and you get 130. Are you to get 130, and you get 130? Sold out, 120. 634, $120, 624. How many would you like there? Mike, type in there. Kentucky takes 5. All right. All right, here's that 10 left or 11. I turn down, going to be 2, 10 to get 50, 60. Now 15, 16, now 70. Now 70, now 80. 80 here, down 90. Down 80, down 100. And 100 here, and get 100. And 100 here, and get 110, and get 110. And 100 here to get 110. And 20, and get 110. To get bird, there you go. 110, 120. Hit 1 to get 120. And 120 down. There he is, now 30. And 120 now 130. And 120, and get 130, and get 130, 40. Now 140, now 140. You're going to run it out now. 140. I get 30, you get 140. And 130 here, and you get 140, 50. And 140, you got to be 150, and you get a 40, and you get 150. 140, 150. And 15, you get 150, and you get a 40, and you get 150, and you get 140, now 50. Now 150, sold out, 140. 675, 140. We have 10 or 11 available, Regina. 10 available. Type in there California if you'd like, how many you'd like. Takes 5. Takes 5. All right, 5. There's 5 remaining. 5 remaining on incognito now. The flush brother to heat sinker. Here we go. Right here, 60, 70. Got you, Kentucky. And 70, 80. 80 to get down 90. 80 to get down 90 to get down 100. And 110 to get 110. And 110 to get 110. And 100 here, 10 to get 120. And 110 to get 120. And 30, down 40. Now 130 to get 140. And 130 here to get 140. 30 to get 140. And 130 to get 140. Get 140. 140, 130, negative 140, sold out 130. I sold it 130. 776 takes 776 in Arkansas takes Takes 2. Takes 2. All right, here we go. Right, down, going to be in a 2, 2, 2, 1 10. And so
hey, Rick, we'll sell 3 or 5 here if they want to take half a cane, or we can even go up to a 10. We're going to have one more sale. You can take 3, 5, or 10.
Or 10.
If you
3, 5, or 10. One more sale. One more sale is all you're going to live. All right, here we go. 50, 60. They're running off without me, John. I'll be back. 70, 70, 80. 80 here down 90. Now 100. Now 110. 110. And 110, 20. 120, 30. Now 130, negative 120. Where did he go? 130. And 130, negative 130, 40. And 130, going to be 140. And 130, going to be 140. You can buy 3, 5, or 10 now. This is the last sale. 40, 50. Now 150. Now everybody's out. 40, 50. And 140, negative 150. And 140, 150. And 115, negative 140, negative 150. And 115, negative 150. And 115, negative 140, negative 115, negative 50. 60. Now 150, got to be 160. Now 150, got to be 160. Now 15, negative 160, negative 150. 160. Hold on. And 115, negative 160, negative 150, negative 60. Sold out. Right there between the tie. Got 60, got to be 70. This is the last sale. 170. Got 60, got to be 70. Eddie, come on back. 170. I got 160. Got to be 170. Buy as much you want here. 160. 170. 3, 5, or 10. I got a man down 60. Missouri. Eddie, got to be 170. 160. 170. 160. 170. Here we go. 160. I'll take 5. 165. Do it quick, Eddie. And 60. Now if I'm going to get 165. And a 65 here. And get a 116. Get a 65 here. And get a sold out. 160. 764 Missouri. 160 is the price. 764. This is the last sale, and type in there how many you'd like, Charles. We can keep the clerical part of this all straight. While we're waiting for that, it takes how many? 10. He takes 10. All right. He exercised his option there. John, I'll let you close, but for my part, what a fantastic sale. We appreciate all you buyers, all you viewers. This Grimmius Cattle Company is alive. It's well. Welcome into the purebred Angus breed. They're building a great facility out there at 3 Rivers. Look forward to having more of these sales, John. I'll let John Dickinson do the close. Thank each and every one of you.
Yeah, appreciate everybody for joining us this evening here at the end of December. I hope everybody had a good holiday season. Looking forward to Christmas right around the corner. But for those of you that were successful bidders tonight, you'll get an invoice from Grimmius Cattle Company. Pedro Reyes in our office, our director of genetics, will get that out to you and work with you about getting it shipped. Again, we've got semen on most all these bulls in California and in South Dakota, as well as a lot of the semen is in the Transova system as well if you use them for some IVF or conventional services. But appreciate all the support tonight and for trusting those Grimmius bulls. We look forward to seeing you guys market progeny out of those down the road. And again, thanks for joining us. We'll look forward to doing some more of these auctions come in the early spring. But appreciate again everybody for joining us in.